Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbana zidna ilma. Allahumma faqihna fid din. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'a wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. So here we are with our session number 108. And let's start, Bismillah, with our quick review, inshallah. So, the family that we learned in our last session, family number 7, that has an additional Hamzatul Wasl and Noon, does it have any passive? Do we need to memorize the second line for this? Is there any passive? So, can I say, if I have a verb in kasara, can I make a passive out of it? Yes, there is no passive, there is no second line that exists. Does family 7 have any maf'ul? What do you think? Can there be any maf'ul if I show you? Will you have any maf'ul for that? No, right? So I hope this is so far clear. So let's just start. In sarafu. Tell me, what family is this? Family 1, 2, family 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is Hamzatul Wasl in the beginning, Noon, additional. So Hamza and Noon qualify it to be family infial. So this is infial. What is the sigha? Now that you have determined the family, we need to know what sigha this is. Madin, barakallahu feek. Yes, this is Feilun Madin. And who is the doer? Barakallahu feek. Yes, whom is the doer? Because of Wabil Jama'a. This word is this Mazid fihi or As-Salasi al-Mujarrad? What do you think? Mujarrad. And you know, when we say Mujarrad, Salasi Mujarrad, it is family 1. Okay, so the number for this Hamza Noon is 7, and number for Sarafa is going to be 1. Is this clear, my dear sisters? Type 1 if it is. Imbajasat. Where is this coming from? We have done this example in our last session as well. So this is family 7, and the sigha is Madin, barakallahu feek, and the pronoun here is, in this field, is hiya, and therefore it is taking an outside doer, which is isnata. Imba'asa. Where is this coming from? Family number 7 and the sigha Madin, barakallahu feek, and the pronoun imba'asa. Huwa is a pronoun in this field. Barakallahu feek. Imbi'asahum. What do you think this is coming from? Family number 7. Yes, I have all the examples on 7. So now tell me the sigha. Because we have seen what's going to be the spelling. Now we have to practically apply it on Quran. So we are well versed with this concept. Imbi'asahum. So what does it look like? Yes, barakallahu feek, it is the masdar of family number 7, and you can see an additional alif here, which is after the Ainul Kalima. Ainul Kalima, you will see in family 7, there is an additional alif after Ainul Kalima. Ba, Ain, Sa are the root letters, and after Ain Kalima, you are going to see an alif. Everyone with me so far? Type 1 if you are. So focus on this alif in the masdar. In masdar, you have an additional alif after the Ainul Kalima. Okay. Yambaghi. What do you think? Now, most of the words you are saying from 7. So it is 7 and it is Mudari. And if I ask you, what is the pronoun in this word yambaghi? What is going to be your guess? Huwa yambaghi. Very well done. Now let's see another example. What is this word? Munkhaniqa. Munkhaniqa. Now, first of all, is it an ism or a fail? So that was first thing, right? So ta marbuta ending, it's an ism, right? Everyone, I hope, got it, right? Now, the next thing was that if it is an ism, the options. The option that mean dhamma is either ism fa'il or ism ism zarf, right? In case of family 7, you only have two options, either zarf or fa'il. Everyone got it or not? Because this is a turning game changer here, okay? This is going to be the game changer, okay? So now when you have determined it is either ism fa'il or zarf, then look at your ainul kalima, okay? Ainul kalima has what? Kha, noon, qaf are the root letters. Noon, which is the middle letter or the second root letter, has a kasra. So your word is ism fa'il, cannot be ism zarf, right? It is talking, this verse is talking about the animals. So animals, yeah, remember? Suratul Maida. So this is from the verses from there. So about your halal, haram animals. So keep that in mind. So this noon is the noon of the family, number 7, and this is ism fa'il. I'm going to just see how much you remember and how much you can apply. So let's just give this one word a try. Mutaraddiyah. Do you think we have done this family? Mutaraddiyah. Have we learned this family? We have? Okay, if you say, I take your word for that. So if you have learned this family, what is a zaid that you can see? What is a letter that is zaid in this word? Now, you can be given any word, my dear sisters. Now you can see, if you know your basics, nobody can have any issues with or confusion about determining the siga of the family. If you know what you've been emphasized to learn, okay? If I tell you, okay, my dear sisters, ta before this, ain kalma mushaddad. Ta before the first root letter and ain kalima mushaddad. What comes to your mind? Which family? Now your ta and shadda. Ta and shadda. Ta and shadda are part of which family? Your ta before the first root letter and mushaddad second root letter, family 5. Yeah. Ta'allama. Yata'allamu. The root letters of this word are ra, dal, ya. So can you see? So now if I asked you, what's the siga? How will you determine the siga? The right methodology will take you to the right answer. It's an ism. So now the next question is it masdar, ism fa'il, maf'ul, or zarf? So just by looking at the kasra and mim dhamma in the beginning, at the beginning, mim dhamma, mu, and ain kalima with kasra, ain kalima with a kasra should, and this is, this is irregular too. This word is irregular, so yes, you can there can be a problem, but think again about this word. Mutaraddin, mutaraddiyatun. So think about it. Now you have a ain kalima kasra. Again, focus. Mutaraddin. So it should be kasra, makes it ism fa'il, the one that has fallen down. Okay? Make sense or no sense? Type 1 if it is clear. In salakha. In salakha. Hamzatul wasl and noon before your first root letter. Family number 7, my dear sisters. And now determine the correct siga of this word. This is Felun Madin. And there is an outside door here. Okay, and in salakha, to pass. Okay, now see here. In shakkat. Family 7 And siga? Madin. Inshiqaq. Suratul Inshiqaq. Masdar, barakallahu fi. Tanshaqqu. Tanshaqqu. Mudare, barakallahu fi, right? Tanshaqqu, this is an irregular word, therefore you are not seeing a kasra on Ainul Kalima, because Ainul Kalima got merged into Lamul Kalima, because Sheen, Qaf, Qaf are the root letters, but you should be able to determine that this is family number 7 and the word is Mudare. There is no possibility for Majhul, so cannot be Majhul, right? Because the Majhul is going to begin with Dhamma, but there is no Majhul in case of family number 7. Now, in Talaqa. What do you think? Family number 7, and this is Madin, right? And there's an outside doer because it's the fail with the Mir Mustatir Hua, which will be cancelled by Al Mala'u. Yang Taliqu. What do you think? Yang Taliqu. Mudare for 7, and you are seeing Ainul Kalima with Kasra. In Taliqu. Now be careful and answer. While you are answering, note the haraka. 7, Failul Amr. Everyone agrees or no? What helps you determine that this cannot be Failul Madin? Why this cannot be Madi? No, it will have alif, Hamza. It will have Hamza beginning, and it will have Waw alif ending in case of Madin hum. In talaqa, in talaqa, in taliqu. It is like that. In talaqu, sorry. In talaqa, in talaqa, in taliqu. In taliqu. The kasra only. Only the kasra on the Ainul Kalima. On the Ainul Kalima is the giveaway for the Amr. Because in Talaqu is going to be ending the same way. Madin hum will end the same way as in Taliqu. But the difference is the lam here is with kasra. That is the indication that this is Failul Amr, which is derived from Fail Mudare, second person. Everyone got it or no? So if I asked you how you're going to distinguish, because when you are going to, make home for this word, it's going to be just qaf, dhamma, waw, and you will add alifut tafriq or aliful faraka at the end. But the lam will not be with kasra in case of failun madin. Here, lam is with kasra, therefore it is failul amr. And who is the doer here? The doer in this case is Waw, which is referring to Antum, right? Infisama. 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 7. Barakallahu fi. Now give me the correct siga. What are you seeing? Okay, now if you see La Nahiya, okay, is this La Nahiya or okay? Now, first of all, when you see La, what do you see after it if it is Nahiya? What do you see after La Nahiya? Mudare Majzoom. Do you see any sign of Majzoom or do you see any sign of Mudare per se, my dear sisters? Hamza Noon Yata. Do you see any of that? We don't see anything. So yes, it's good to cheat, but you have to be very smart to cheat as well. And now, my dear sisters, that is my, the entire purpose of me taking this class is to make you smart how to cheat, how to know these, tricks to get to the right answer. Okay, that is why I'm here, right? So there is no problem with me with you cheating, but use your common sense and use the previous knowledge. Okay, so you are seeing infisama, but and you're calling it la nahiya. It cannot be la nahiya because there is no mudare majzoom after it, right? So it's not la nahiya. Okay, so what la reba? What do you mean by that? Nafia, yes, yes, nafia. It is la nafia, but is it, what are you seeing after la nafia? After la nafia, you are seeing an ism that is, it is an ism. So I just give it away. I gave it away. If it was, no, my dear sisters, look at infisama. What is additional in here? You don't even have, you not only have hamza, noon, you have an alif after your ainul kalima. There is an additional alif after your ainul kalima. Is infi'alan, infi'alan. So when you have infi'alan, so the spellings are of masdar, right? And the masdar is here in nasb status, light, light, and in nasb status. Can this be la nafiyatul lil jins? La nafiyatul lil jins? Yes or no? That la that has an ism after it in nasb status, and the ism is light for the most part in Quran. Everyone, right? But focus on the spellings as well. And just, yes, it can be la nahiya, but in that case, you will see a mudare, but you don't have any alamatul mudare, so that is not the option for this. And in fisama, notice the complete spelling. The word is not majzoom, and also this alif, additional alif, should direct you towards masdar of the family, okay? Because the masdar of the family has this added alif, okay? In Faddu, what do you think? Fa, Dod, Dod are the root letters. So what do you think? 7. And what could be the siga? Amr. So how is it Amr? My dear sisters, this family is a family that has a Hamzatul Wasl in its Madin. So it does not only have Hamzatul Wasl in Amr, but it also has Hamzatul Wasl in Madin, also in its masdar as well. Okay, like family 4 has Hamzatul Qata not only in Failul Madin but also in masdar, and in case of Failul Amr, however, in masdar, family 4 has a Hamzatul Qata that has a kasra. Okay, but in case of family number 7, or also called in Fial family, there is a Hamzatul Wasl in Madin as well. So don't call all the Madi for this as Amr, okay? So it is, and this one is a tricky one. This one is a tricky one. This is again, in Fadda, it can be a tricky one because of the idgham. So it may spell the same way, but the context should be able to, tell you that that this is what it is. But the point is, remember, when there are two options, focus on the two options. Don't just be taken away by one sign, because you have learned that this family has what is zaida in this family? Hamza and noon, Hamzatul Wasl to be precise, and noon is zaida. So this Hamzatul Wasl you are going to see in Failul Madin as well, right? So again, young Faddu is Failul Mudare from family number 9, and this Mudare is Mansub bi an Mudbira, that is after Hatta. In Fatarat, what do you think? Madin for the family number 7. In Fitar, have we learned about this surah? Right? In Fitar. Now everyone should go back and make sure that they have the complete list of their surahs and they know where these words are coming from. Okay. Munfatir. What do you think is an origin of this word? Munfatir. Infitar is masdar. Munfatir. It is ism fa'il. And how do you know this is ism fa'il? kasra on the second letter. Barakallahu fi. Munfakkina. You just recently have done this surah. So munfakkina again. You are labeling it as some file for your family number 7. Let's see, what is this? In falaqa. What is this word coming? Where is this word coming from? In falaqa. Fi'l madin from family number 7. Here, this word. Munqa'irrin. Where is this coming from? Ism file from family number 7. Inqalabu. Madin from family number 7. And if it was Amr, what will be the spelling? What will be different? Kasra on the lam, right? Kasra on the second root letter. Barakallahu fi. Yanqalib, Suratul Mulk, I hope, and that everyone recites it before going to bed every night, right? Yanqalib. So this is coming from family number 7, and this is Mudare, Marfu, Mansub, or Majzoom. What is the status of Mudare here? What is making this Mudare Majzoom? Yes, that is morphologically, the word is Majzoom because of the sukoon at the end, but no hasfun noon. This is Mudare, regular Mudare. Barakallahu fi. Is this Jawabul Talb? Are you, or not Talb, Jawabul Amr? Are you, Sister Zora, are you implying that this word is Jawabul Amr and that is why this is Majzoom? Yes or no? Barakallahu fiik. Yes, you are seeing irji. Remember, Rabbi shrahli sadri wa yassirli amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Once upon a time, I taught you one of the reasons for a mudari to be majzoom is going to be that if it is jawabul amr, it is going to be majzoom in status without any preposition that is responsible for making it majzoom. It is going to be majzoom because mudari is jawabul amr. So when we make this dua, Rabbi shrahli, oh Allah, oh, expand my chest, untie my tongue, and make my affair easy for me, so that they understand. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is here asking us that return your vision times and times. Karrateni. Again, you return your vision. Okay, you again dubara nazar durao. It will return. Your vision is going to return as very, very humbled, and it's going to be very tired. So young Kalib is Jawabul Amr. So because one day I'm going to test you on that. That's going to be coming up soon as well. So please make sure that you revise everything. Okay. Munqalibuna. Munqalibuna is what is it? Where is this word coming from? Munqalibuna, my dear sisters, meme dhamma beginning. Can it be mudare? It is ism fa'il with lam kasra, right? Now comes your word munqalaban. Munqalaban. Where is this word coming from? This can be ism zarf, and this can be a masdar too. There is a masdar that I have not yet taught you, but there are masadir, my dear sisters. Munqalaban, there are masadir that spell the same way as your ism zarf, as your ism maf'ul. But the thing is, in case of mazid fihi, these masadir will always have meme dhamma beginning, and these masadir are called al-masdarul. What is the name? All the sisters who are writing that this is a masdar. What is the name for the masdar that has meme beginning? Good job, masdar mimi. Good job. Where is this mimi coming from? Al-masdarul mimi. Where is this coming from? Let's just make it al with al. Where is this name coming from? Think about it. Al-masdarul mimi. This is the full name. The meme in the beginning is giving this masdar, this name. This masdar is getting its name from the meme in the beginning. It also spells the same way as your ism maf'ul and zarf. Okay? The spellings are the same as ism maf'ul and zarf. The context tells you whichever the word is. Okay? Here we are talking about return, and the return, if you think about it, sorry, state police. Okay, yeah, criminal record is no criminal record. Let's see if I can go back to my thing. Okay, here it is. So my dear sisters, for now, if you can just remember, and I was about to show you, but every time, there's something, I don't want to give you so much information that it's very hard to take in, but just, munqalaban, does it not spell just like your ism maf'ul and zarf? So it is masdar mimi that spells exactly like your ism maf'ul and zarf. Okay, keep that in mind. So now I have given you a little bit of an idea. So this surely I will indeed find better than it as a return. Munqalaban, when return, when you're talking about my return from school or from Pakistan, for example, my return from Pakistan was good. So how are you using this return? In what sense are you using the return? Are you talking about time or place, or are you talking about an idea? You're talking about an idea, right? So yeah, so sometimes what scholars can do is that, the scholars who are the scholars of Nahu, they sometimes, if something can be applied, if different sigas can be applied on the same verse, they take it differently as well. And that is how we see sometimes different translations for a single word. Okay, in case of when we were doing our word to word in from Al Huda, when I was doing my Talimul Quran, I will see three meanings. One will be the time of your return, place of return, and returning. Returning means an idea. Okay, so keep that in mind. If something can have different meanings, sometimes you do interpret and understand it in the light of all those three meanings. You will consider it as an ism zarf, and you will understand it. And if here maf'ul concept is not going to apply, because this family is without a maf'ul, right? You are not going to apply the idea of maf'ul here. You are just going to apply zarf and masdar, and you will find your understanding from that. Okay, in kadarat, what do you think? Madin, hiya, barakallahu fi, munhamir, the last one. This is the last one. Ism file from family number 7, which is a noon family, because there are going to be multiple Hamzatul Wasl families. You have noticed how we can add Hamzatul Wasl to, can we add Hamzatul Wasl to family number 5 and 6? Just remind me. Yes or no? Are you sure? Okay, we cannot add a Hamzatul Wasl to family 5 and 6. Everyone? Tasaddaqa, my dear sisters, Tasaddaqa is a Madin for family number, which family? Family number 5. Okay, Tasaddaqa, Fainun Madin for family number 5. Okay, so if I have to change ta to sod, can I change the ta to sod? Can I? And there are two sods. right? And then if I have to do idgham, this has to go away and it's going to change into sukoon, right? And I'm going to do just apply idgham and this. Can I read this word now? So can I bring Hamzatul Wasl here? What do I have to do? I have to add Hamzatul Wasl. There's no option but to add Hamzatul Wasl. Is saddaqa. Is saddaqa. Its masdar is tasadduqan. Tasadduqan is the masdar. So again, after ibdal, I do need, after applying ibdal, I need Hamzatul Wasl. So that is how scholars of Nahu have separated this ibdal from the main family and they put it under Hamzatul Wasl families as well. They bring, where ibdal occurs in family number 5 and 6, they take those words and they have created a separate family for this, for the very same for this purpose, that because there is now Hamza added and these words now need Hamza, so let's put them under the category of Hamzatul Wasl families. However, where you want to do it, but you need to know the concept and you need to know that you can see Hamzatul Wasl in family 5 and 6 if you have applied ibdal. If those words have ibdal, then you are going to need Hamzatul Wasl in case of Fi'lun Madin, in case of Fi'lul Amr, in case of in case of your Masdar. Make sense or no sense? Right? So then it is justified that people have put those separate, to just create a whole separate family for them. It is also just, they have justified it because they say that now Hamzatul Wasl is there. These are separate from family number 5 and 6. So how I will want you to know is, you can give family number 5A is your regular, like, ta'allama ya ta'allamu. But if it is yani is saddaqa, yasaddaqu, is sadduqan, then you can say it family number 5B. Family 5B. When you say family 5B, it is understood that you are putting it under Hamzatul Wasl families. Is everyone with me so far? Okay. I hope you have understood what I just, tried to say. So are we ready for our family number 8? Who is ready? Alhamdulillah. So let's start. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So again, you have another family with Hamzatul Wasl. The name of the family is Ifti'alan. What's the name? Ifti'alan. Everyone? Ifti'alan. What are you seeing in this family which is extra? What do you think if you just focus on word Ifti'alan? What is additional? Hamzatul Wasl and ta is the additional something, right? Hamzatul Wasl before Faul Kalima and ta is the something that is mazid in this family, that you can see as a mazid letters in this family. Everyone, Hamzatul Wasl and ta. You are going to see alif in the next 4 families, and inshallah you will be well versed with that. Yes, so the additional thing is Hamzatul Wasl in this family at the beginning of the word and ta after the Faul Kalima. When you were learning your first 2 ta families, where was the ta? Was it after the Faul Kalima? What was the location of ta in family number 5 and family number 6? Can someone tell me? Before the first root letter. Now, if you train your mind and you are still in the process of training, don't expect perfection at this level. But if you train your mind, how I'm telling you, my dear sisters, I can give you any word. I can give you even nakis, which means the last root letters are waw, ya, and you are still going to be able to tell me the family just by knowing the basic information and having a good basic foundation, my dear sisters. Just know what is ziyada and where those ziyada letters are. Okay, so Hamzatul Wasl in the beginning of the word and ta after the Faul Kalima. Where will you look for the ta? In case of family number 8, ta is going to be after the faul kalima. Unlike family number 5 and 6, it is not before, it is after the faul kalima. Okay. Okay. So now again, it is also called Hamzatul Wasl family, and it has the Ainul Kalima. Ainul Kalima and Filul Mudari has kasra. When we were learning the other two ta families, what was the Ainul Kalima? What was the haraka on Ainul Kalima in 5 and 6? Real quick. I need a real quick answer. All because those were Fataha families. So the options were all the fathas. There was no other option but to have a fatha on Ainul Kalima. Okay. So the ta is after the first root letter. Therefore, it is also called another ta family, and it is mazid with 2 more letters. So let's just read it. I'm going to show you the table for this family. Iqtaraba. Iqtaraba. Yaqtaribu. Iqtiraban. Fahuwa muqtaribun. Uqturiba. Yuqtarabu. Iqtiraban. Fahuwa muqtarabun. الأمر منه اقترب والنهي عنه لا تقترب والظرف منه مقترب. So where are you seeing ta in the entire family? Ta is visible after the first root letter. So iqtaraba should be your friend. You should memorize this table by heart. In case of Felun Madin, iqtaraba, yaqtaribu, iqtiraban, fahuwa muqtaribun, uqturiba, yuqtarabu, iqtiraban, fahuwa muqtarabun, al-amru minhu iqtarib, والنهي عنه لا تقترب, والظرف منه مقترب. Everyone got it? So this is just the table by itself. This is a Sarf Saghir that you all need to make sure that you memorize by heart, and you write it at least 10 times. I'm not going to tell you how many times you are going to write to master it. It's it's up to you how many times it takes you to memorize these tables by heart. You should write it down. Okay. Then when we have learned the Al-Failul Madin, there's a Hamzatul Masal before the first root letter, and there is a Ta, which is additional, and this is going to be after the first root letter, as you can see in the word Iqtaraba. And there is a Sarf Kabir for Failul Madin. I have not added Sarf Kabir for Majhul. You can make it yourself, inshallah. Now you are very well versed with that. Then comes Felul Mudare. There is going to be a Taul Kalima. There is a Ta after the Paul Kalima, as we have been saying that Ta is always going to be after the first root letter. And you will see the second root letter with Kasra. And the Kasra on the Ainul Kalima is like in families 2, 3, 4. Then comes your Fel Mudare, Marfu. And you have to make Mansoob, Majzoom, and also Majhul Marfu and Majhul Majzoom and Mansoob. You should be able to make it, and this is how it should be. You are seeing in every case Yaktaribu, Yaktaribani, Yaktaribuna. So Ta and Ra with Kasra, right? Ainul Kalima with Kasra are your giveaway for family number 8. Family Iftial. Everyone got it? Right? So everywhere you are seeing ta after the first root letter and the Ainul Kalima with Kasra. When it comes to your masdar, just like in fi'alan, after Ain Kalima, you are seeing an additional alif. Okay? In fi'alan, there is ifti'alan. Right? You are seeing after Ainul Kalima, there is a alif madya. Everyone, make sure you focus on that and you know about it. Okay. In case of Ism File, the same rule will remain. Mim Dhamma beginning, Ainul Kalima with Kasra, Muqtaribun. In case of Maful and Zarf, and now from now onwards, I'm going to add, what should I add? Masdarul Mimi as well. Al Masdarul Mimi is going to spell like Muqtarabun. Everyone okay with the idea of adding Al Masdarul Mimi? Right? It's an idea word, not it's going to be an idea word. Okay, it has an action to return. It has an action. Idea word, masdar is an idea word and also an verbal noun. What is lacking in masdar, which is present in fail? And this has been taught to you when I introduced you to the masdar. Tense. There is no tense in case of masdar. There is no time in masdar. Barakallahu feek, Sister Shamim. Your word has an action, but no time. But no time. Yes, and you will see al-masdarul mimi for on the same spellings for al-mazid fihi for the entire family. For the entire family of al-mazid, al-mazid fihi, you can say that you can have a masdarul mimi that will spell the same as your ism zar and ism maf'ul. Here is it all, Sister Anas? Mimi, yes. Mimi means it is beginning with mim. Yes, yes. Barakallahu feek. So as the name indicates, your masdar is going to begin with mim. Okay? Mimi. Now comes your Failul Amr. And you know how to make Failul Amr. It's not that hard. So remove, number one step, remove ta, alamatul mudare, and you will be left with this. Then the next step is going to be make your mudare majzoom, and the last step is now you cannot pronounce your word, so add hamzatul wasl. Easy? So how do I know that I have to read this hamzatul wasl with kasra? What will help me determine that I have to give kasra to this Failul Amr hamza or Failul Madin hamza? What should I look at? Where should I look at to determine whether I should pronounce it with dhamma or kasra? Yeah, haraka on the second root, and easier way is just see the 3-letter rule. So 1, 2, 3. What is the haraka on the third letter? The third letter has a fatha. If it has a fatha, you read it with kasra. If it has a dhamma, you read it with dhamma. If it has, if it is a fatha, kasra, you read it with kasra. And if it has dhamma, you read it with dhamma. Okay? So with fatha and kasra, you read hamzatul wasl with kasra. With dhamma, you are going to read it with dhamma. Easy or no? And I purposely did not write the harakas there so that you learn how to put the harakas. Okay? So if I would just automatically put everything there, you will never learn how to, give the haraka and how to read it and which haraka should be the haraka of your hamzatul wasl. Now you have to figure it out. You look at your third letter. Hamza is first, qaf is second, ta is third. It has a fatha. Your hamza will get a kasra. Okay? And then comes your failun nahi, and you are saying a kasra on ainul kalima. And then you are going to remember the ta after the first root letter, and the kasra on the ainul kalima. So even if the third letter has a kasra, then we are going to start with kasra. Yes, if a third letter has fatha or kasra, you are going to give your hamzatul wasl kasra. You are going to give your hamzatul wasl kasra. And if it is beginning with, if your third letter has a dhamma, you are going to give it a dhamma. So here in the passive, what should be the haraka on hamzatul wasl, my dear sisters? How should I read it? Uk. Very well done. It should have dhamma, ukturiba. Right? Ukturiba. Easy? So I have purpose, there is no haraka on all the hamzatul wasls. Now make sure if you print or whatever you do, you make sure you know which haraka you are going to use to pronounce it. Last week, I was going over characteristics of alif in family number 3 and 6. So when you see, family number 3 and 6, you have an additional alif there. Remember? We were doing how kataba, we learned kataba, word kataba. What is the meaning of word kataba? He wrote. Kataba, when I say kataba with one alif mad after, he wrote to someone, right? He wrote to someone. He wrote a letter to someone or something, right? So when he is writing, does the other person is writing or is a receiver of an action? It's a receiver of an action. So when it comes to family number 3, you will notice, but this rule may not apply universally, okay? Remember one thing. What applies for one word may not apply to the entire serf community, okay? But it's generally you will see in family 3, kataba, he wrote to someone. One party is a doer and the other party is that someone is a receiver of an action. I hope this is clear to each and every one of you. Khada'a, he deceived. So he's trying to deceive someone, but the other person is being foolish or he's being made fool out of, right? So there are two parties involvement. There's a partnership where one party is doing an action and other party there's a receiver of an action. When I taught you in family number 6 word tawasaw or ta'awana, do you notice tawasaw? I have put it in the meaning both enjoin each other. Yatasa'aluna, both are asking each other. So it is not that one party is doing an action and the other is receiving a receiver of an action only. No, they are both, though there are two parties involved in case of yatasa'alun, and both are doing an action. Both are fa'il in case of tawasaw. You are enjoining your friend of good and she is giving you good advice as well. Make sense or no sense? So when you compare family 3 and 6, in family number 3, it is possible that one party is the doer and the other is the receiver of an action. But in case of family 6, like the avana, you also cooperate with me to make everything work, right? So if I was to teach you all the time, but you are not learning the way you are learning, barakallahu fikum kunna, will I be able to do anything? So it is a dual, I'm a doer of an action and you are doing your part, right? Yes, the roles are different. We cannot compare this to what this tawasaw is about. But remember, in tawasaw or in ta'awana, both parties are equally involved in doing the action. Or in case of tasa'ala, he asked someone, so he's asking and the other person is also asking, or yatasa'aluna, they are asking and the other group is also asking them about this naba'il azim. Am I clear, or everyone with me so far? Alhamdulillah. I just received few ones, but alhamdulillah, I think we're good so far. Okay, so keep this thing in mind, and when you will receive your slides on for session number 107, this slide is there as well, but I wanted to go over again so that you understand what is a subtle difference, not a subtle difference, quite a difference between family 3 and 6, and keep that in mind. It's going to be not applicable universally, okay? There will be some places where you will not be you're not going to see this, okay? So when you say nada, he called someone, right? Nada. So you notice one person calls and the other person is the receiver of an action, and nada is coming from which family? I'm reading noon with alif mad. family number 3. Barakallahu feek. Very well done. Okay, so now this rule of ibdal is not only for family number 5, family number 6, but the rule of ibdal also is seen in case of family number 8. And make a guess, why do you think it's going to be seen here as well? What what is there that ta is there? Yes, so keep that in mind. This ta is very important, and it can, it can make you see many changes. For giveaway, normally you are going to see your word like iqtaraba or ikhtalafa, yakhtalifu, ikhtilafan, ikhtilaf word. Do we have this word in Urdu? What do you think? Do we see ikhtilaf in Urdu? Yes. So this word ikhtilafan, you will see that your words are pretty much very easy to get. You will be able to easily identify your word. But when you see word like idda'a, can you actually figure it out by looking at it? If I don't tell you that this is from family number 8, is it easy to give it to family number 8? No, it's not. So to make your job easy, if you see a shadda on the first root letter, if you see a shadda on the first root letter, what do you think? What should you think about? Where can you get the shadda on the first root letter? Yes, think it can be a ta family. The first, yes, ibdal should come to your mind. Think of ta and think of ibdal. When you see a shadda on the first root letter, think of ta and think of ibdal. Can you all have this in your notes? Think of ta and think of ibdal if your first root letter has a shadda. Am I clear? Is it easy? Not easy, but is it clear? So you are going to think about family number. Now, when you have a first root letter, so which families have ta in them? 5, 6, and family number 8, right? Family number 8 has ta in them, right? 5, 6, and 8. So now, if you look at this word with the first root letter with shadda, can you think of it as from family number 5? Can it be from family number 5? If you look at the regular version of this word, it is it ta'awa. Id ta'awa. Id ta'awa is a regular version. Can this word be from family number 5? There is why cannot it be from family number 5? What helped you determine that this is not family 5? Give me the reason now. I got it. No, but it can have is sadaqa. Is sadaqa also had shadda? If you remember, I just drew is sadaqa. Did you notice your ainul kalima? Second root does not have a shadda. So that is, here you go, Alina. Your second root did not have a shadda. So it cannot be family number 5. Now you got it, my dear sisters? Yes or no? Type 1 if you got it. Because your second root letter was without shadda, cannot be family number 5. Cannot be family number 6 because there is no, what is not there in this word? What is not there in this word? No alif, right? So cannot be family number 6. So what is left? What option is left? 8. You are left with 8, right? So if there is a confusion, look, all the rules will come into play when you will be practically doing it next week. Not next week, on Saturday, when we will be reviewing our family 8 and we'll be practicing just like we practice family number 7. everything will come into place, and you will see how you can easily distinguish just by knowing your basic rules. Let me show you another thing. So if your word is, if your foul kalima is dal, zal, or zai, the ta of the family is changed to which letter? Dal. So you can see this ta got changed into dal. And if the first root letter was dal, it is compulsory to apply idgham, as you can see here, idda'a. Everyone got it? Idda'a. And this ya, this alif is coming from this waw. This alif, idda'a, this alif is coming from the waw. The waw, because it was preceded by a letter with a fatha, gets changed into alif. Everyone got this point or no? What happens to waw is not relevant, but what happens to your dal is important for you to know. Okay, so first root letter with shadda, start thinking about three families, start thinking about ta families, start thinking about rule of ibdal. This is not from family number 6. This alif is from waw. The root letter waw got changed into alif. Okay, and in case of family number 6, you see alif after the first root letter, right? Got it? Okay, so sometimes you will see letter zal. If the foul kalima is zal, what will happen? It is going to change into dal. Again, it's going to change into dal, and there are 3 changes that can occur, and they are permissible. Either this is going to change into this ta, the ta is going to change into dal, and this zal, which is a first root letter, gets changed into dal as well, and there is going to be an application of idgham. When you hear this word, fahal mim muddakir, Suratul Qamar, muddakir. What do you think is the word coming from? And I think I will, because I have just 3 minutes, so I'm not going to spend more time. I'm just going to take you there and inshallah just help you understand that. And I think that will be enough for today, inshallah, enough learning for today, because otherwise it's going to be too much. Suratul Qamar, here it is. Okay. Do you see the spelling of here, this word? Root letters are zal, kaf, ra, and the first root letter is with shadda. So what comes to your mind if the first root letter is with shadda? What should come to your mind? Family. Okay, so not just 8, 5, 6, 8, right? 5, 6, 8. And once you have determined 5, 6, 8, now do the next step. Do you see any additional alif? No alif. Do you see second root letter mushaddad? No second root letter mushaddad. So what is left? What option is left? 8. Make sense or no? If you don't do it systematically, you are going to make mistakes, my dear sisters. Yes, and we are not, this is just an introduction. This is just an introduction, and I just went over this. So yes, definitely, I'm going to go over each and everything. I do not expect any of you to remember what happens when the first root letter is zal, when first root letter is dal, when first root letter is sa. I don't expect any of you to remember this, but want you to learn the trick. How to play with words is what you are being taught in this surf class, okay? And I want you to be smart with your words, okay? How to identify which family, this is my job. I am not going to make you memorize all the, if foul kalima is this, if foul kalima is that. No, that's not my role here. And that's not my goal. I do not remember each and every word. I just want you to be smart how to identify your family by teaching you the tricks, okay? So the tip for today's class is, when you see your first root letter mushaddad, what should come to your mind? what two things come to your mind, what next to look for, and then drive the right answer. I will leave you here with this thought. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Saima.